Hello and welcome to game number 2 between Ivory Gaming and Law Gaming. Last game, Ivory able to take it out in a pretty exciting finish, able to turn around an early disadvantage into a late win. Maybe Law Gaming will be able to capitalize on another early lead in this one, or will Ivory take it again? We'll just have to see. I am Husey, and joining me for this broadcast is Switchbait.
Hi.
So, talk me through last game a little bit, Switch. What did you see out of either team?
Well, we saw a lot of early aggression on Law's side. The tanky lineup that they had was there for a lot of initiation. They had 3 blinks by the end of it. By the end of the game. So they really wanted to start the team fight, get an early pick, and disadvantage Ivory to get them to about a 4v5, maybe even a 3v5. And then from there, keep pushing and pushing. And if Ivory, if Ivory let up, then they'd get some objectives. And I think that's how what their plan was going into the game.
Yeah.
But Ivory switched on with that one pretty quickly and realized they needed to sit back a bit, wait for them to engage, wait for them to use a few abilities, and then when they've got cooldowns, no ults, and like half their actives, then bang, go straight for them. And it ended up working really, really well for them. Both teams played exceptionally good Smite in comparison to earlier weeks.
Yeah, for sure. Both teams really becoming more comfortable in the Pro League setting. As we head now into our picks and bans, what do you expect to see from either team in this one?
I want to see Medusa again. I'm a Rob Dub Medusa fangirl. I like it. I like it a lot. I actually just want to see ADC lane the way it was about 3 months ago, when it was just like fighting and fighting and fighting, and you'd always go for the 1v1s, and it was kind of like a bit of a macho man battle. That's what I enjoy seeing. And yeah, but last game they played it back a little bit. They were very, very cautious. They both respected each other's skill capacity, and they didn't want to make a mistake and mess up. And we can see Law have decided to ban out the Medusa, one of Rob's favorite ADCs.
And he just brings so much to team fights as well. Like we saw him, he hit so many good petrifies, always seeming to catch 1 or 2 members of Law with the front on view and just turn them to stone. Really turned around a lot of those team fights, and she's just able to put out so much damage with all of her other abilities as well. Her spit can clear a wave really effectively. Her 1 has got an attack speed buff as well as some tick damage to it as well. Like, she's a crazily good ADC that I think, especially in OCE, is underrated a lot. But hopefully we'll see her played a little bit more. Ivory's first ban is going to be Athena. Really, we saw that first ban last game by Ivory. They obviously don't really want to have it played. They did face it twice last week against Direwolves and really learnt their lesson there, as they were punished very heavily by El Chuckles on that one.
That's definitely. Ivory, I'm assuming, have done their homework. Yeah, really sure. Jelly, Jack, Mouse, and Rob Diggity, Synchro being the only one that doesn't particularly play very much League Conquest. Chill's always in there playing League Conquest as well, and I've seen his Athena a few times, so I think they've switched on and they've seen it before and it stood out to them, and they've been like, could probably not let him have it because of the amount of CC that she can bring. It's pretty crazy, and it's also a flex pick. You can play it in the jungle as well. Our next bans are going to be our Kwang and Sylvanas. Almost exactly the same as last game. The one ban that is not the same is, of course, that Medusa. What it was last game was Bologna, and that is what is going to be first picked here by Law Gaming. Bologna's fantastic. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the Bologna here. Slightly, a bit of a flex picking player in the jungle or the solo. Have seen her been played by a few in support, and the odd occasion of seeing it here and there as an ADC. Not viable though in the duo lane. I'd definitely stick her to jungle or solo. I'd personally prefer her in the jungle, just because of well, mobility and
you can get involved
how much she can hurt you. Exactly. Like, Bologna's a strong character. You want that impact to be sustained throughout the game, all around the map, and in all parts of the game, from the beginning all the way up to the end game. And I don't think that being in the solo, you're going to get as much early pressure from the Bologna at all. Yeah.
And then on the side of Ivory Game, you can see Geb and Bastet picked up Same as last time, they figured if it worked last time, why not this time? Geb, as you mentioned, a really strong support after Athena and Sylvanas. Probably the next best support out there. I mean, excluding Kepri, who's not able to be played at the moment. And
Kepri needs to be deleted.
And it was still a little bit strong at the moment. Bastet,
little bit,
just a little bit, just a tad. Bastet was very effective for Ivory last game. Able to output a lot of damage, almost the highest damage on her team, short by a couple of hundred. But barely.
Yeah, definitely.
Barely.
Definitely.
And then,
Synchro played it really, really well.
Yeah, he did. Sure. Like Goldie was just his target every time. Like, just dive in on the Scylla, do damage to her, get her out of it.
He didn't really have anyone else. All could jump away from him, and everyone else had 3,000 health.
Pretty much.
So, yeah, poor Goldie.
And now Ymir and Ulla picked up by Law Gaming. He worked out relatively well for them last time in the jungle. May see it support this time. Ulla was all right in his own lane, but not really in the duo lane. Towards Ivory now, we could see Jibalake picked up. We missed him last game, made it through picks and bans, unscathed, completely untouched, and that's going to bring some late game towards Ivory's team comp.
Definitely. Not particularly. I know Jibalake is a good ADC, and he can be a really big impact in the game. But I feel like if you're with a Geb, you're just duo lane of absolute no lane clear. You got a bit, you got the knock up that does a bit, and the only way to actually clear the wave with the Jibalake is going to put you out of position. And if you're in that position, you're going to most likely get freezed by the Ymir if this Ymir does end up going to support, and you'll get poked out by the Ul, probably axe stunned, and
yeah. There's so much poke if that Ymir does go to the... Sorry, there's so much wave clear if that Ymir does go to duo, combined with the Ulla. It's just going to be insane. We could see that Isis was banned out from Ivory, and Law Gaming have got an interesting tactic here. Did not select a third ban. So that's going to be very interesting for them to play into. It appears to be a minor technical issue here, and the rest of the picks and bans are up on your screen. It is going to be Scylla and Hades picked up for Ivory Gaming, along with Agni and Sun Wukong for Law Gaming. So the Scylla pick was pretty decent for Law last time, and now on the side of Ivory, that's again some more late game for them, some tremendous damage being output there. Jack 47's Hades was very well played by him last game as well. No reason to change another thing that wasn't broken last time. And with the Agni pickup from Law Gaming, that's going to do tremendously for them, I feel. Mouse played it very well last game, and Goldie, who played the Scylla well last game, they've swapped their gods, and I think both of them will still do tremendously this game. I really like the Sun Wukong pick. I'm a big Sun Wukong fan, especially in the solo lane, because he can get tanky, but he can still do lots of damage early to mid game with that magic cudgel.
And especially when he drops down below the threshold of his passive and he crits you for 79, and you're like, ouch.
How did that happen?
Yeah, I can see a bit of a theme in the Ivory lineup. They seem to play safe, not, I want to say safe, but gods that can deal a lot of damage, but still get themselves out if, say there's a team fight and Geb needs to be focusing on one side of it, the Scylla can just dash away, just dash away, and Jibalake just dash away. They're all relatively safe. I think that works really well with their playstyle.
Yeah, definitely. I do like the Hades pickup as well into the Scylla. That's going to set up for her really nicely, along with the Geb as well, providing some safety for the rest of his team. It's going to be a really interesting matchup. As we mentioned, Law Gaming has yet to win a game. Ivory won their second game for the entire split last time. Be very interesting to see which of these teams picks up a victory. If Ivory gets the win, they're very much back in contention for a top 4 finish to this split. If Law picks it up, it's going to show some signs of life for them heading into the Challengers Cup tournament towards the end. They're pretty much out of contention for a top 2 placing in this split. Either way, though, it's going to be a key match for both of these teams, really keeping the season alive for either of them. And we're going to see how it turns out as we go into a short break, and we'll be back right after this. Hello and welcome to game number 2 between Law Gaming and Ivory Gaming. Game number 1 going the way of Ivory. Law Gaming looking to take a game away in this one. Ivory looking to capitalize on the success of their first one. I am Husey and joining me is Switchbay.
Hello.
So we can see Ivory coming out with some heavy wattage at the start of this one. They copped an invade last time from Law and really don't want to get that again. Jack47 wants his blue buff, evidently. And speaking of invades and our teams, let's go ahead and introduce them. So, fighting out of the left side of your spectator UI, the bottom side of your minimap is going to be Law Gaming. Shrek, the one and only, is going to be your solo lane. Sun Wukong Senses is in the jungle as Bologna. Goldie will be your mid lane Agni, and Shield and Dante will make up your duo lane as Emir and Ulla.
On the right-hand side, under the red health bars, we've got Ivory Gaming. We've got Jack47 playing Hades in the solo lane. Synchro is going to be your lovely feline friend Bastet in the jungle. Onomaeus is going to be your Scylla middle, and your duo lane partnership will be Just Jelly and Rob Diggity on Geb and Shibalanke. They didn't go for the invades.
No, Law Gaming this time. They're like, it worked last time, maybe not this time. We'll just go get our buffs, go to lane. You can see, actually, the Paradigm start, I believe, there.
Speaking of an invade.
Oh, actually, no, sneaky invade onto the purple from Chilled and Rob Diggity. They cleared their purple buff first. They didn't have to do the red buff, so they knew they could catch him out at the purple. Just Jelly getting awful low. He's going to give up first blood to Dante, and Rob Diggity, if he's not careful, could go down as well. Nice axe there from Dante, but Rob able to get out alive. My goodness, that invade was so sneaky, I didn't even see it.
That was really a good job there by by Law. If Rob Diggity would have gone down there, I probably would have called this one just from that.
Yeah.
You don't want your ul to be level 3 whilst you are level 1. You definitely don't want your Geb to be level 1 as well.
Nope.
But yeah, definitely a lot of aggression coming out of this duo lane.
Definitely, as Nightfall would say, definitely. And so we can see, yeah, the clear we're talking about of the Emir Ulla combo is really coming to the fore here. Just able to shove the wave under the tower, denying a lot of gold to Rob Diggity. And they're going to be able to do much of the same here. The mid camps went the way of Law as well. Synchro looked to dive in and take on there with Bastet, but unable to do so. And the early game favoring Law as it did last game, and that seems to be where they thrive.
Definitely. I would like to see if it would progress further into the late game as well. See if Law can definitely come through with some sustained pressure. Because Ivory seemed to definitely go through.
I'd like to welcome Nightfall to the house. Chilled blicks in on Rob Diggity and Dante. Good stone shield there from Just Jelly. He's out of a little bit of danger. Dante axe stunned him, but axe stunned him just before the stone shield was on. So Rob Diggity able to get out of that one nicely. But here is Senses. He doesn't have his Eagles rally, so unable to dive in as much, but could be looking for something. He's just hiding behind the walls. Rob Diggity doesn't know he's there. No, not going to be able to fire too much here. Ivory playing this one very, very safely. Synchro and Mouse in the mid lane together. They would have called out that rotation by Senses. Nothing too much happening across the map. Oh, actually, it looks like Ivory maybe going for an invade. Do you think this is a wise move?
I probably wouldn't, just because your ul's level 4. Actually, the Bastet's level 4 as well, and you've outnumbered them. I think that should have been a what's the word I'm looking for? A more aggressed on rotation there. We did see Ymir and Ul kind of pull back a bit closer towards their tier 1, but that was still a pretty good show of presence from Synchro.
Oh, and actually, Synchro uses the cats there on Senses. There's the Iron Monster from Mouse, unable to find anything though. Synchro wants to get some damage down here, but Goldie gets a lot back towards Synchro, who's taken fairly low here. Mouse goes in very aggressively and picks up a kill onto Senses, but Shrek has rotated from the solo lane and is bullying Mouse, hitting him over and over again with his stick. Good freeze there from Chilled. Mouse taken awfully low. Can he get out or will he die? Shrek picks up the kill here. Will he pay for it with his life? No, he won't, because now Goldie is back and stuns Just Jelly in place.
That was
so 1-for-1 trade there from both teams.
Very unlucky timing from Mr. Mouse there. That was
Holy
the
Mr. Mouse.
third,
Yeah.
third part of the. Oh, sorry. Wait, 1, 2, 3. I think third or fourth hit of the Sun Wukong attack chain, which does the most damage. I think if it wasn't that part of it, sorry, that part of the attack chain,
under tower onto Just Jelly. He's forced to shield himself. There's some aggression from Law Gaming. Like this early game from Law, they really just don't care.
Dive tier 1s at 4 minutes. Who cares? Bit of a waste of your blink, I'd say, because like he's gonna have the blink. Sorry, he's gonna have his shield up. He's got mana for it. You don't have the damage just yet to kill him.
But you know who he can kill? Rob Diggity walked straight up to him there and froze. Rob didn't even really see him coming from the side. A little bit of tunnel vision towards clearing that lane, and Dante able to pick up the kill there, and all getting leveled pretty early.
That's something you definitely don't want to see. Your all comes online, and you're not as an ADC, you're probably in quite a bit of trouble.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, his ultimate replacement, I guess, his passive he gets on his 4 is extra attack speed when in bow stance. Some aggression now from Ivory. They want to go in onto the Law here. Shield freezes Rob Digging, really living up to his name there. There's the Iron Monster from Mouse. Unable to find anyone. There's a Cataclysm from Just Jelly as well. And a kill found on towards Shield. Senses is the target of the aggression now being chased down by the kitty cats. Uses a hammer to crush them underneath. There's one still left. Here comes Goldie. Doesn't manage to find anyone on Ivory. Hits Rob Diggity now. Senses is still being chased down. The pursuit from Ivory is intense.
Exactly, I don't see. Oh, Senses may be able to get out of here, but he's gonna go down to the Razor from Bastet.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. It's just so powerful. It's
underrated. I feel like people don't respect how much tick damage can be done. Sub 10 minutes.
At max rank, it's like 100 or like 115 damage, I think, per tick. And I think it's
that. 105 plus 25% of your physical power.
Yeah, which is just incredible, especially with a bit of penetration there. You're going to be hitting for quite a lot, and especially on the majors, like Goldie, and even if you whack it onto Dante, he'll still be taking quite a bit.
Well, he's rank 4 of it now, and that's still 85 physical power per tick. Sorry, 85 damage per tick, I should say, plus 25% of physical power, which is a lot, especially onto an early game Scylla. An early game Agni, who doesn't have a tremendous amount of health really at all.
Exactly. By that time, it's also around about the same as what an ADC would be hitting per basic.
Yeah.
Relatively a lot of damage coming out there. But we do see a bit of a rotation from the jungle. Senses is walking around, but he's going to walk over a ward. No. Is that a ward there? No, that wasn't a ward. Crow was following up behind. He let his duo lane know exactly what was happening, and they push back towards their tier 1. They don't want to die.
Yeah. Just before that last team fight, Senses actually lost out on a fair bit of farm. Running between duo lane and mid lane, wondering where his team wanted him to aggress on. Not really sure of what he was going to be doing, but he's managed to catch back up in the farm department, relatively speaking, to Synchro only about 300 gold behind at this point, which is a little bit, but not terribly much, comparatively to where he was. Rob Diggity, though, is still fairly behind Dante, just hit level 7, while Dante is level 9, and about 700 gold behind.
Blink's not up at the moment for Chilled, so Rob Diggity's not in too much trouble at the moment. But just over towards the graphs, we've got the XP difference of just shot up to about 1,600 and 1,400 in the gold difference, which for 8 minutes, oh my god. Did not see that one coming. Did not see that one happening so quickly. Mia jumped straight up into Rob Diggity's face.
So as soon as he got his blink, off cooldown, used his blink and went in.
Exactly, with the pen boots as well. That's going to be a lot of damage happening there. And
actually horrendous how much that does.
It's
and Senses diving in onto Mouse there, uses his beads and dashes away. Synchro looking to get some counter damage back towards Lord Gaming, but they have got almost all 5 members of the team here. And could they be thinking Gold Fury at this point? No, they
just want to get back to lane and farm.
Yeah, just farm. They could have stolen the purple there. I thought they might have been thinking Gold Fury with Jack47 still over in his lane, but then he back. Rob Diggity actually came up a lot faster than what I thought, but he is that far behind that his respawn timer won't be terribly long.
Yeah, not doing too well. Is currently 0-2, and that's definitely not where you want your Xbalanque. You want your Xbalanque to be getting all the kills.
Yeah.
Much like a Scylla.
Yeah.
In that you gain a lot of
yeah.
When you get a kill with as a Xbalanque, you get an increased damage of per stack.
I believe it's 5 physical power per stack.
5.
Yeah.
Must be getting confused. Always getting confused with Odin's too. We see Jack going in. Pillar of Agony comes down. They're going to manage to pick up the kill on up on sensors there.
Goldie is just taking so much damage from those cats. Is he going to die on tier 2? He is.
Oh, wow.
Great kill there for Synchro. And now Dante and Shrek looking for some aggression on the backside. Great Cataclysm there from Just Jelly to stall that attack. Good crush as well, but Shrek and Dante, they're outputting a lot of damage on towards Synchro, who could be going down here. There's the ultimate from Shrek. Good Stone Shield there from Just Jelly, but Shrek is chasing this kill with all of his might. Unable to find anything though.
He wanted to go after Scylla in his tiger form, but Mouse heard the animation of the ability, turned around, rooted him in place, and he had to run away with his tail between his legs.
Yeah. Unfortunate there, Law, but they are going to pick up this tier 1 in the mid lane now, it looks like. Dante's here just doing lots of ADC damage, doing ADC things. Had a minion wave there, and that will be the first half of the game. Over on the right side, Jack47 facing off against Sensors and Shrek, but just backs out pretty wisely there. Doesn't really want to contest against those two at this point.
You wouldn't want to.
No.
At all.
All I know is strong.
Exactly. On the side of Ivory, we see Jack has got a Mystical Mail online.
Now it's Shrek's turn, it looks like, to feel some damage there. Synchro came over and started hitting him with his whip. Tick damage takes him down very low, but he is able to get out. But that should be a tower there for Jack47. So yeah, it is going to be, and that's a tower trade for both teams. Both going to have a nice little bit of extra gold in their pockets. Sense is going to steal away these mid camps from Mouse. Here comes the rotation from Law Gaming, though. Senses take it out very low. There's the Eagles rally across the wall, but now Jack47 goes in and gets stunned out there by Goldie. Chill freezes Jack in place. There's the bombs from Goldie. Jack47 at about a quarter health. Synchro hits Goldie with his whip, and Mouse Just Jelly returned to the mid lane. Gonna back away here. Law Gaming might be looking for something at the back of this.
But no, Jack wants to dive in there. He wants to use that ultimate. He's bringing everyone towards it, towards the center of it. Senses is gonna drop, fall down there to Bastet. The dash wasn't long enough to be able to get out of that Pillar of Agony.
Yeah, and it looks like now Shrek's going to be aggressing onto Just Jelly, who takes a lot of damage. It is the ultimate from Chill, the Shards of Ice, and that is going to take him out. Dante once again picks up a kill onto Rob Diggity by himself. Jack47 forced to teleport over there to defend that tower. Wargaming now pressuring the mid lane. It's been a rough outing, it seems, this one for Ivory. They've gotten some kills, but
bloodfest.
They've all been onto Synchro. Mouse gets one of them. Jack47 takes a lot of damage now. Can't even get himself through the wall. Finally does. And barely under a quarter health. He just got knocked up, stunned, rooted, everything you can name in the book before he was able to get out there. And this should be a tower for Law.
Look, another tier 1's going to fall. This has been a very, very intense game so far. 13 minutes in, 12 kills, 6 apiece on each side. Bloodfest. After that first game, where Ivory snatched back the lead from Law, getting a fairly good early game start. Law have come out of the gates firing, and they really want to sustain their entire map pressure throughout the rest of the game. And it seems like Ivory have responded back to it, and they're not playing as laid back and as passive as they were last game. But they're back in their face, they're initiating as well as counter-initiating, and both teams are doing relatively well here. Yeah,
I really thought the Bologna from Senses was going to do a little bit more than what it has.
mainly he's just been camp clear at this point. Hasn't really impacted the team fight. I suspect we'll see that more later. Synchro's just done really well on Bastet, managing to pick up kills here or there.
Synchro has been throwing down the Razor Whip and Nenes everywhere. He's been doing work. Like, really, really good work. Good work there from Synchro.
He actually made a cameo in that music video. He was the little black kid at the back. One of them, anyway. Looks like Ivory are grouping around this Gold Fury, but Law, they know that they're there. They could collapse on them at any moment. It looks like Ivory maybe looking some aggression towards this duo lane. Chilled frozen in place there. Dante throws an axe, but it's blocked by Chilled's own wall. Just Jelly. Perhaps looking for some aggression. Rob Diggity is 3 levels behind Dante. He's been 3 levels behind him, it seems, this whole game. Synchro going after Goldie very hard now. That's a teleport toward in from Wk4, looking for some damage. There's a blink from Chilled, throws down the shards of ice as well, gets some nice damage down. There's the Pillar of Agony from Jack, Pat's popped as well by Synchro. Just Jelly gets awfully low. There's the Iron Monster from Mouse over the wall. It hits Chilled, but not enough to kill him. Dante takes down Just Jelly. Down goes Chilled, chased by Wk4 and Synchro. Senses gets some damage onto Synchro as well. Shrek is there. There is the Tiger. Will it catch the cat? Some cat-on-cat action. There is the stick. Senses able to pick up his first kill of the game there. And now all is going south for Ivory. They are being chased very hard. Mouse stunned out there from Dante. This one really favoring Law Gaming.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. Wk4 was in the mid lane. He managed to follow after the tier. He knew that he wasn't going to be able to kill the tier. He got him relatively low, but he just did not have the damage. He would have been a much better help, helping out Mouse there, and providing a bit of damage. The burst between them, honestly, probably could have killed some of them. But yeah, I think that was a slight miss there that probably would have saved Mouse's life. But we'll be respawning now.
Look at Dante, 6-0-1, just quietly, you know.
I did not even notice he was doing that. And with Soul Eater too. Like, I'm so against Soul Eater. I'm so against the Soul Eater. And it's working. It's bloody working.
It is definitely working. Go into the execution now, it looks like, with that light blade. Maybe even into the RC. Just get some double life steal going. And being absolutely horrendous to box. Because he'll have health, he'll have physical protection, he'll have physical penetration, and he'll have attack speed.
There's a reason you only get one.
No.
There's a reason.
Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever. This is Oceania. This is our own meta. Double lifesteal every day.
We do what we want.
We don't need no other region. So it looks like Ivory grouping again towards this mid lane, along with Law. Rob Diggity did just base, then Dante is around. He's been involved in these team fights a little bit more this game compared to last. Still able to get good lane pressure as well. I guess that's the benefit of having First Blood on your side.
Right, that First Blood really boosted them up. I think it was about 3 minutes in, they were 800 gold up. And
something stupid like that.
And then, of course, the a second early kill onto Rob Diggity would have put them even further ahead. And, of course, put Ivory down. I want to see more fighting. I want to see a lot more fighting, even though...
Well, you're going to see some more now, as it looks like everyone's going all in on Just Jelly, who's taken out by Chilled. Synchro is very low there. Mouse used his Iron Monster to get some good damage onto Senses there, but it's not going to be enough to pick up a kill here, as down goes Just Jelly, and this may be a Gold Fury for Law Gaming. It is going to be, in fact, Shrek going after Mouse, misses him with the Tiger, but just bashing people with his stick, keeping them off his team. And Law Gaming, oh my goodness, they just deleted that Gold Fury.
That went really, really quickly. Over towards the graphs now, we can see that Gold Fury bumped Law up to almost 5.5k gold advantage onto Ivory, and 7,500 experience, which at this point in the game is quite substantial.
It's very
and even surprising, being only 3 kills up.
Yeah.
But we have seen that Jack has managed to finish off his Warlock stash now. He's going to be wanting to sit around in lane, farm up a little bit more.
Choose a focus.
I don't agree with that, but hey.
Interesting.
Actually, it's not...
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't think there is much potential for a Hades onto a... what's it called?
It's just... I
Into a
get no
Shrek?
pen. You get no pen out of
You
those boots, which is why you build power boots. I don't
Do you
think
really
I know
need
of any
the pen
major that's
against an
worth to
Agni
build.
and an ADC?
Huh?
Do you really need all that pen, like much pen against the Agni?
I mean,
and-
against the Sun Wukong and a Ymir, yeah. Like,
But I
you
don't
can't...
particularly think there's much kill potential on them anyway, unless something
I guess so.
I suppose. I don't know. It's a difficult one. Why do they do this? Why do they build weirdly and confuse us, make us argue?
Yeah,
and
I mean, you get some cooldowns off it, but I don't think it's really worth it to get those cooldowns on Hades. In any case, good freeze there from Shield onto Just Jelly, who takes a fair whack of damage. He's really been bullied by Law Gaming, and he's going to go down here to Dante, who's picked himself up another kill. There's the Eagles rally from Sensors, looking to get some aggression onto Mouse and Synchro, but not going to find any. Here's Jack47 in the back of the fight now, rejoining the rest of the team under the tower, and Law Gaming, they love the tower dives. There's a Pillar of Agony from Jack47. Mouse goes up with the Iron Monster, hits two members of Law, but is not putting out enough damage at this point to make it worth it. Jack47 takes the kill hard, gets stunned out by the Tiger, dashes away, and is going to be safe for now. But Ivory all forced to back here, and Law Gaming, they want this tower.
They definitely do. They're going to push for that. That was interesting. That was a very interesting fight, and how that all happened. I saw that when it initiated. I saw that as going a little bit differently, but Law managed to pick up a kill there and push forward. That's really good. Taking a tier 2 tower. They're just going to be extending their golden XP difference now. XP is pushing 9k, and gold is just sitting a little bit above 7k there. That's really good work from Law. They've really brought this one back. Sorry, not brought this one back. Brought the series back, I should say.
Yeah.
From last game, where Ivory managed to pick up the win there. I do see Law being able to push this lead forward. Later in the game, you're going to have your Ul being an ADC. He's going to be doing all the damage anyway. He's going to be doing sustained damage all the time. It's going to be painful, and he can 3-shot one of the mages.
He is so far ahead of Rob, it's not funny. It's almost a 2k lead in the ADC lane.
He's 7-0.
That's horrendous. And that difference at the moment is an extra tier on beads and a level 2 balance blade compared to a level 2 Fatalis, as well as having 1200 gold in hand.
It's ludicrous.
It's
I don't get it.
I was going to make a rap reference there, but then I realized I don't know any rap references.
Well, you are white, so that... Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we all try our hardest.
Always.
So another grouping of Ivory in this mid lane. The mid lane has been where all the action has been this game.
Yeah, you don't particularly want to stray off too far. The mid is a good section to have a bunch of your team fights and stuff, because if you win a good team fight there, then you're an equal distance between the gold and the Gold Fury and the Fire Giant. And just a bit further from there.
Solo lane now, Jack47 forced to use the Pillar of Agony. Shield uses his Shards of Ice as well. Shrek smacked him with his stick. He really likes hitting people with that stick. He's very aggressive on the Silver Cook. And there's the Eagles rally over the wall from Sensors, going in deep on Jack47. There's a great Stone Shield. Hail arrows over the wall from Dante, doesn't connect with anyone. And now, Law Gaming, all 5 of them are here in this right lane. They get a couple kills here. They may be looking towards the Fire Giant.
Dante's lurking in the left jungle. He wants to get he wants something to happen. He's waiting. Ymir's blink is up. He's probably trying to get out of combat. He's waiting for them to group up. 2 squishies are sitting right there. His time to blink was then.
He's probably just saying, I'm so online right now, guys. Please get me killed. Rob Diggity taking a leap out of Dante's book, actually, and is going to be split pushing down the mid lane. Some necessary gold for him, but Chilled blinks in. Gets a freeze on the Jack47, who takes a lot of damage there. There's the Dark Knights of Jubilake. Down goes Synchro to Shrek. There's the Armor Monster from Mouse. Still not enough to kill anyone. Chilled taken very low by it, though. There's a nice Cataclysm from Just Jelly. Chilled forced back out of the tower, and Jack47 gets a kill. Dante doing tremendous work here, just hitting auto attacks left and right. Great axe stun onto Just Jelly. Could he go down to Dante? It's only a matter of time, it seems. Down he goes. Goldie gets a kill on a Jack47 as well. Rob Diggity still in the mid lane, is taking out 2 towers, but here's Shrek to stop him now. Law Gaming, though, they've got bigger things on their mind, like a Phoenix and Mr. Mouse.
That's
phenomenal.
That's phenomenal.
And the Phoenix got a kill as well.
How did that happen? Okay, Phoenix got the kill. Okay, Phoenix got the kill. Okay.
Phoenix got a kill.
In that engagement just there, Dante was sitting there just like smacking down the tier 2. He really could have saved the life of Chilled there by just getting into the team fight, because as we saw, he smacked Just Jelly about 5 times and Jelly went down. So he's huge right now. He should have been in the middle of that team fight, smacking up everyone, laying down all the damage he can, and then they would have been able to head back and get the tower afterwards. But played out the way it played out. They managed to get quite a few kills there. Get a tier 2 as well. And a lot of poke coming down onto Jelly as he comes through the board for that that Fire Giant.
That was pretty impressive by Goldie, managing to hit Just Jelly and not the Fire Giant. That was well played.
Did you not hit the Fire Giant at all?
No, he didn't hit the Fire Giant at all.
Good work, Goldie.
Yeah, impressive. Skill.
8-0 back to Dante, laying down a thick serving of Meestage to Ivory in general. We've got Jelly sitting at 0-6, not having the best game.
There's a Gold Fury actually for Ivory. Knocked that one right out.
I missed that completely.
Yeah, they just took it down there. It's going to be good for them, get some gold, but towards the grass quickly before that you continue. 8,500 XP to Law, 6,000 gold. Still a significant lead. And they've got a Phoenix down as well.
Yeah, that Phoenix is going to be really, really, really good there. I would have liked to see them probably go for something like the mid Phoenix. I know that they were on the right side, but the mid Phoenix would have been a bit nicer because it gives them a bit more space to the Fire Giant. You want to have map pressure on as much of the equal ends of the map as you can. But bit of a team fight breaking out. A few ults have been dropped. Jack47's dropping relatively low. Manages to dash away. Shrek smacks him with a stick. Can he keep out? No.
Just bites him with a tire there. It's a chunk out of him. It's going to be enough to kill him. Rob Diggity actually started to hit fairly hard. He's getting towards his late game a little bit now when Jubilanke really shines. And Synchro taking it awfully low. Dante is chasing him. Can he get a kill here? There's a bomb over the wall. Hit with one auto attack. He's... Oh my god, the Noxious Fumes talk about.
That happens.
That's, yeah.
Noxious Fumes is able to hurt somebody.
Who knew?
That was ridiculous. He must have been on at least 30 health. But with a two-man pick on Law's side, looks like they are going to start up that Fire Giant. Don't think that they'll be Ivory will be able to contest it very well. Sense dropping pretty low, tanking that Fire Giant, not going to be able to help too much if a fight does break out. Mouse has been poked out towards the back. Rob Diggity dashes through, wants to find Goldie. Goldie dropping down relatively low, but Ivory, Law are going to pick up the Fire Giant there. That's going to help them out for the team fight breaking here. Cataclysm finds 2 people, and they're just going to want to chase down. No, they've called the disengage there. They've realized that they weren't going to be able to pick up. There wasn't any kill potential, sorry, with the Ymir and the Wukong.
Yeah. But it was they did pick up Rob Diggity on the back of that fight as well. So Law Gaming really coming out on top there. Now they're just going to regroup, either go left or middle, I suppose, here, and take down some more of these towers. If they get a couple of good picks as well, they could look to potentially end. They've got quite a while left on this Fire Giant buff. They literally just got it. So really the game is in their control at this point. If we look at our graphs again, 10,000 XP, sorry, 11,000 XP difference, and a 7,500 gold. Shrek has hit level 20, so XP difference still counts for a little bit at this point. Comparatively,
it definitely does when your support's at level 13. You want him to get a lot of experience. Like you need him to be online. You need him to be doing stuff. Like currently, his shield wall and his shockwave are maxed, but ideally you'd want the Cataclysm up to be a bit higher up as well. Chill's level 17, which is a 4-level difference, and it does make quite a bit of impact on the game when your support is being out-leveled by their support by
as Biggie said, the pre-game analysis, as support, if you can't frontline, you're not really doing much. Chilled blinks in there, takes a bit of poke. We can see how much he can frontline as he coughs quite a bit of damage and just shrugs it off. There's the Iron Monster from Mouth. Doesn't find anyone though. Synchro is awfully low, right next to Senses. Shrek smacks him with the stick again and picks up the kill. Ivory needs to look to defend its Phoenix, but it's not to be. Jack47 uses the Pillar of Agony. Down goes Senses. There's a couple of bombs dropped by Goldie like his M&M. Shrek jumps in with the ultimate onto Just Jelly. Great wall there from Chill. Just Jelly goes down to his opposite number, and Law Gaming look like they want to take this one and finish it right here and now.
Yeah, they're going to want to push down this mid Phoenix and then head over to right Phoenix. Right Phoenix was down previously, so it's going to be very, very weak. Chill getting very, very low, and Onomase is going to be able to pick up the kill there. Dante just hanging out on the side, ends up going down to Mouse as well, picks up a double kill. Very good work from him. Very defensive play.
Wow.
And Shrek is going to go down to half health, and Ox out of the way, knocking up the Ivory players.
It was a good defense from Ivory in the sense that they didn't lose the game, but they lost both. They lost all three of their Phoenixes. The right one actually respawned and went down to minions before Ivory was able to fully defend it, and they lost the other two as well. Plus side though, Mouse got 2 kills. Extra gold in his pocket, able to start doing even more damage than what he's doing.
Another plus side is they finally got a kill onto Dante, so he's not going to have that clean sheet of not getting killed in a game. Unfortunately, my friend, the meeting has come to an end.
Yeah, that's a shame for him. But yeah, Rob Diggity got a kill as well, so a stack on that Gibalanque has it finally. You know, he's going to be like, yes, 5 power. GG, boys, we can turn it around now. I've got a
We've
passive.
done stuff.
Alright, but Just Jelly in all of that did go down first, so he lost out on a lot of the gold that fight would have given to his teammates and is still level 13, 5 levels behind Chilled.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. You don't want that to be happening. Like, he really needs to just focus on his farming and whatnot. He's got his watches, just hang around in lanes, roll out from one lane to another. It will take a little bit of time, but you'll inevitably match the same level.
Yeah, like the only positive point is that with all these Phoenixes down, everyone's going to be around the same area, so it's going to be a little bit easier to pick up farmers. All the minions will be coming straight to you. It won't be
you're
held
exactly
up.
right there. There's going to be
you know, it's still 5 minions though.
Yeah, and they hurt quite a lot.
Definitely
But
do.
the 5 minions do a lot of damage. Or pressuring the mid Phoenix a lot. They really just want to get in there and end, but they don't have their Fire Giant anymore. That will be respawning in about 45 seconds to a minute. Big fight's breaking out now though.
Yeah, it looks like the middle Phoenix is again place of aggression started by that Eagles rally. There's the Darkest of Nights as well. Everyone's going in pretty hand. The Titan is officially under attack. Dante taken relatively low here by Just Jelly and Jack47. There's the Pillar of Agony. Sensor's gonna go down to it here, but so is Just Jelly. Dante is just hitting everyone and doing so much damage. Synchro gets a kill onto Goldie, but Goldie gets one back onto Rob Diggity. Synchro, will he live here? He's on the lowest amount of health I've ever seen in this game. His health bar is almost non-existent, and now it is fully erased by Shrek. Jack47 gets a kill. Shrek has got a double kill. These teams are just killing each other back and forth. It's Shrek versus Mouse. Shrek is not going to be able to do much as Mouse goes back to the fountain, but this could be gagged with fire minions everywhere. They're doing so much damage to the Titan. Mouse, can he kill them in time? Shrek is just battering it back and forth with his stick, and that is GG. Law Gaming get their first win of the split. Congratulations very much to them.
Well done to both teams. They both played really, really well. Fortunately, Ivory couldn't keep the momentum that they had from the first game, but yeah, definitely very, very good work there by Law, understanding what they needed to change from the first game, and
well deserved as well.
Through.
They
really
played
well
so fantastically throughout that whole game. They really deserved the win on that one. Not to take anything away from Ivory's effort, but just Law was in the driver's seat from the beginning and never really let up. There was a little kind of speed bump in the late-ish mid game where Ivory started getting some stuff together, but Law really shut that down quickly.
Yeah, they've really understood that Ivory have a mixture of early game pressure and late game pressure. Early game being the Bastet and the Hades, and the late game being the Silageb and Xbalanque. And they realize that we probably can't fight the Bastet too much in the early game or the Hades, so we're just going to have to focus all of our attention to their late game carries and shut them down. They did really well by putting Just Jelly down. Unfortunately, he went 0-8 that game. Still provided a lot of peel, a lot of CC, did what he needed for the team, but he was just too underfarmed, no experience, no gold, and couldn't keep up with Chilled, who was a really, really good game. He'd just pick a spot, and most of his blink freezes were really, really well done. Talking about suppression, they also put down Rob Diggity there. They put him down, made him go 1-5. They didn't allow him to get online. They didn't let him build the passive stacks, and he was just not really doing as much for the team as he could have done had he gotten a kill earlier or gotten a bit online quicker.
You know what's interesting is that Mouse actually had the highest player damage, even though their team lost.
Yeah, circles. It hurt. Lots of circles.
Yeah, he didn't really. He was doing that much damage. Like usually, when Scylla does a lot of damage, you see like the other team just blow up. But we didn't really get that feeling from that one. At least I didn't.
Yeah, I think they were all kind of just like while the team fight was happening, just get thrown down as a little bit of damage wasn't as noticeable, I suppose you could say. Yeah. But Mouse came out with a brilliant effort, going 5-2-8, highest player damage. Played really, really well. Unfortunately, he was not able to get the win, and that's going to split the series. 1-1.
So that's going to make it a bit difficult for us to hand out our MVP awards. So first place MVP, I feel like I want to give it to Synchro. I think he played really well in both games. He was a big part of the first one, and he kept Ivory in it for as long as he could in the second one, but just unable to really do it.
I'm definitely going to agree with that. In the first game and in the second game, he was there laying down a lot of damage, laying down a lot of... I can't really say a lot of CC, but he was slowing the crap out of everyone with his cats. Ended up being, what was it, like 5-1 and X in the first game?
Something like that.
6-5 and 6 in the second game.
Yeah. At one point in this one, he was 5-0 as well. Like he really dropped off a little bit. Mainly due to how much the other team was able to steamroll. Second place, like runner-up MVP. I'm torn between Shrek and Dante, to be honest.
I am as well. I don't know who to go with there. Shrek was doing a lot of work. Dante was also doing a lot of work, but I'm going to give it to Shrek based on the fact that he was always in the middle of the fights, and Dante was kind of like split pushing and not really in the middle of the fights and abusing the lead that he had. He was 8-0 at one point, and he decided instead he wanted to hit the tier 2 tower instead of getting in the getting into the middle of the fight and picking off some low targets. And there were, I think, 2 or 3 players on the Ivory side that were relatively low there on the when they were pushing the right hand tier 2.
And so then,
I'm gonna give it to Shrek there. He played really, really well.
And then third place will go to Dante as a result of that. All right, well, folks, stick around for our next game, which is going to be between Direwolves and Synapse Gaming. The casters that will be bringing you that one will be none other than Ranconius and Nightfall. So we're going to go to a little bit of a break here, but make sure you stay around and tune in for those ones. And we'll see you later. That actually does it for me for tonight and Switch Bay. I don't know about you, Switch Bay, but I had a lot of fun.
I did too. This was really, really good. I can't wait for next week.
Yeah, me either. So I will catch you tomorrow for the action then. But as I said, for now, we're going to go to a short break and bringing you our next game between Direwolves and Synapse Gaming.